Salutation, darlings. Azorwing here, bringing you some more Genshin Impact.
I don't sing for anyone in particular. Still, if someone stops to listen, I hope it provides a moment of peace all the same.
Hopefully. Anywho, last time I was blissfully silent. I was terribly silent. Heartbreakingly silent. I was silent. Last time I had not finished resetting up OBS. TLDR, doors open a bit fast, but whatever. Anywho, last time, last time we were here, beer micless, and I was like, but I was basically talking in text chat. I was like, I'm like, I can't make like a little text group with myself. No, I can't make a group of one where I'm just talking with myself. No, pity. Anywho, TLDR of that was my computer hit a critical failure. Yeah, I love my PC, but Jesus Christ, if I'm not the most I freaking swear, don't buy stock PCs. Don't buy stock PCs. Get them custom built, because like $500 problem. Jesus Christ, I'm lucky that at the time I had all of my bills paid. So basically, there went all of my savings. Oh. Yeah, I say all of my savings. There went more savings than I actually had to spare. It has been tight. Anyway, yeah, I'm sure that's something everyone can understand. Anywho, it's been a while since we've been doing this particular quest line. All I really remember is we reached is that at one point we entered the Jesus Christ, the loading screen. Long life at the Leon Academy. What? Huh. Anywho, we're trying to help one of these gods there, the god of whatever this area is, one of the heavenly principles. We're trying to help one of the heavenly principles messengers? Something or other. Huh. Changing clocks wander around the academy. Anyway, I guess that's part of it. Paradise. The keepers. We're trying to help the keepers. The keepers of the Pillar Hall consider the contestants of Zithlan's suitcase to be relics in their. Okay, we're not helping the keepers, or are we? I have no idea. Honestly, it has been quite a while. It has been so much
Let
time.
us have it.
There is a new Archon quest.
Modicum of patience.
And it's like, yeah, there's like so much has been happening, and I have been so thankful. I've never been more thankful that I had a secondary gaming device. Yeah, but yeah, this is what we were doing last time. This one of the his recommended quest is the main Archon quest. I figured that we can do the next TLDR. I wanted to do the Archon quest after this area.
The complexity of humanity. The wanton cruelty of the few is not worth our ire.
Anyway, go see what this is all about. Honestly, I'm just glad to be back and playing Genshin on my PC. I don't mind playing on like PlayStation, of which is what I have been doing. Mm-hmm. Nope, I heard a ding. Oh, there it is. I'm like, I heard something. Oh, right. Who wandered over here? I clipped the button. Oh. Okay, there is that, which is just like the world's tearing, but otherwise, like, holy crap. Just, you basically enter a whole other world. Investigate strange ink blots. Are they talking about that and what seems to be the wall? I love miniatures. I follow several miniature making channels. The table needs to be slightly shorter to properly enjoy it if you're like someone actually walking around, but hey, you do what you do. It won't open, Sorwing. How about giving it a real nasty kick? Kick forcefully. How is it? I can't feel my leg. There's also that dim star from just now, see? Weak person found. That's very interesting. Oh. Yikes, where are we now indeed? How incredible. Dex. Make sure you watch out for the deep meaning that isn't abs. Oh, more abs. Where did these been talk 60 years? Any of that? Because I meant the deep meaning in the abstractionist. No idea what they're talking about. This page isn't, yeah, not very abstractionist. Really came to light. Is that what they call realism?
Goodness, how the world has changed. Might I ask, when did the custom of placing treasure chests in every nook and cranny come into fashion?
There's nothing over there. You're up next. I think Dex is what we call...
Be silent.
Dex is what we call the little hand. Little finger grabber.
Observe. I'm rather out of sorts. To dust.
Ooh, it done dust it. Your turn now, Dex.
human popped up this time.
No, I was going for the chest. Haha, mountains cannot crush the buried spirit. Though riven clouds the sky at last appears, I'm free. Right, this is the chick. She lost her suitcase. Hilda Dex, Hilda Dex and my new friends. Please accept my thanks. I'm her younger sister, Setland. Oh, why you two look so alike. Yes, I've been told that a lot. And who are these two?
My name's Paimon, and this is Zorwing. It was a store's commission that brought us here.
In that case, let's dispense with the introductions. Do you possess any degree of martial skill, preferably the sort that might see off the legacy of Rumera?
Just how did you come up with that description?
This goes back to how a certain border fortress rose to prominence when Rumera was destroyed. One day, after much time had passed, an old man arrived at its gates claiming to be the acting master of the Gua clan. One day, the two sides fell into arguing. When the Rumera commander said that he was in charge of music in the army, the acting master thought him weak. But in truth, the greater your musical mastery, the higher your rank in the Rumerian military. And this commander, why, he had already undergone perfection. By the way, I don't know if you've heard this, but everyone in the Rumerian inner circles was transformed into Ichor, becoming semi-immortal golems. So, when the acting master channeled his inner energies into a single strike, he only wound up hurting his own hand. Sounds like it's quite deserved. He then spoke harshly, lamenting the lack of successors to the Guha clan's secret arts and the withering of talent on the vine in his era. Why? So he claimed he didn't even possess a vision. Of course. Of course, he wouldn't have been selected if he had one in the first place. After enduring the apathetic interval, we could no longer receive visions. But anyway, back to our story. The commander shot back with choice words of his own, claiming that the Legata of Rumera were far more terrifying than he could ever be.
Sure, cool story, Paimon supposes. Also, don't worry, Zorwing's 1000% got what it takes to defeat Legus.
With both hands tied behind my back, even. That's great.
Oh, by the way, why were you in the painting, and what are those humanoid ink blots?
This is how the Milena delivers punishment, sealing people into paintings and smudging them into ink blots. Just like my cage, which was encased in layers of paintings.
So the ink blots we saw that back there were actually people?
Yes. Now word to the wise. The more realistic a painting is, the more fitting a cage it is to enscone your spirit. After all, its essence may be grasped at a glance. As such, expect hidden scenes lurking beyond any realistic paintings you'll find here.
And what should we do next?
This is not the right place for such talk. Let's head back first. Reach out your hand and touch the painting. Break this veil of illusion and the world beyond shall receive you once more.
Huh? What are you talking about?
In simpler terms, touch the painting and you'll be able to return. The world outside is just another illusion. Curiouser and curiouser. Curiouser and curiouser.
We sure made it. Right. Dex is the little hand.
This place is truly full of wonders. Is indeed fabulous, comparable to the finishing touch from Rec Lapis' hands, which brought stone to life. And with the power of your heart, and mind, you can really turn those lifelike paintings into reality.
Anyway, what's our next plan of action?
The key to restoring the entire library lies in completing that final illuminating stroke. But before we do that, we must first restore this painting.
Once the heavenly heart emerges, the four horizons fade to white. What a demanding name. That's the Amazuman's preferences and painting names for you. Theoretically, we should be able to complete the missing part of the painting in the Tower of Radiant Light. But with our path barred, it seems we can only head to the abode of Resplendent Talent to see if we can reach the Tower of Radiant Light from there. Wait, is it behind this door was it behind the door the whole time? Paimon had Zoring kick the thing in full force. Zoring's strong enough to leave to level mountains, but the door didn't even budge. Is your foot numb? Yeah. Probably because the door was manifested from the painting through the mind. As such, it doesn't exist as a physical manner as we know it. Istor once mentioned that he had a teacher named Astrolles, who was always saying that mind prevails over matter. I guess this is what they meant. Leveling mountains, you say, that would make you just as far as Azdaha. Speaking of which, Yu Hungyoi from Marivupa Chamber told me that Azdaha already existed back in his era. As such, the so-called finishing touch that brought the dragon to life was nothing more than a legend. The invention of later generations. A fine story all the same, of course. And did you realize something from that? I just told him. You ruined a precious memory, you know that? I can relate. Never mind, just take it as a fun little anecdote. Anyway, since the door was born from a painter must open it. Now, allow me to do that for you. You don't seem very surprised. It's because Zoring's been through even crazier stuff. Lots of extraordinary adventures, huh? Guess I shouldn't even be surprised if you've saved the whole world before. She and her brother were separated by an awful god. The main goal of our adventure is to find our lost sibling, so Zorin can understand how you feel. I hope you find your sibling, and may you live a life of peace and happiness. Oh, I'm sorry, she forgot that you won't. Please don't apologize. It was my fault for bringing it up. Also, that's not what I meant. I really do hope that your wish comes true. Thank you, Zetland. Alright, open sesame. Let's get moving then. Outside window. Is it really just a painting? When the fake is taken as true, the false is taken as true, the true becomes false, where nothing is true, something. I can't believe this isn't real either. The painting is real, then the landscapes, that sounds deep. There's a reason people are called some. Jesus Christ. Yeah, those basically disappear far too quickly. These photos. They were painted using a camera, yes? Back then, your sister told us of something capable of creating pictures even more lifelike than the most realistic paintings. We all wondered what it would be like. It's a shame that she didn't have a camera, nor did she have a picture painted on hand. Now that I see one myself, it does look incredibly lifelike. How's that for feeling smug? Mechanics have taken realism to its natural end, but there's still room for imagination, you know? Not exactly. No matter how realistic a painting, it still carries the painter's emotions and aesthetic sense. Though some of the colors can't be found in the real world, you can really feel the painter's heart from the way said colors are used. Even the most realistic painting carries within it minor details of fiction, exaggeration, and blur. That's where the artist's aesthetics and craft come into play. Okay, it's not like Paimon doesn't get it. Paimon just wanted to compliment you so she could ask you to, maybe draw something for us later. Don't you already have Albadia's painting of you? Paimon wants to see what a more expressive version of her would look like, though. Thank you so much. Zetland, Paimon, have a look. Sure. These photos were taken during my sister's vacation. The past passerby she asked was really bad at photography, so some photos only show the top of her head poking out at the bottom. You say the passerby was bad at photography. Are you kidding? I would love this. If someone... if I asked somebody to take a picture of me, and this is what they gave me, I would laugh. Objectively, it's bad. But for the memory, oh my god, I love it. It's hilarious. It's delightful. I can tell that she's smiling happy all the same. Sorry to let you see that. The lighting and the composition of these photos are terrible. There's no sense of depth or laying at all. So, oh, it's not that bad. I think these are the best photos. If your sister hadn't insisted on only showing her head, these would have been the worst scenic paintings. I mean, scenic photos. But thanks to her, they've become memories and are proof of her presence there. I think I get what you mean. Aw. I found my stuff. Let's keep helping Dozy out, shall we? I think the painting there leads to the abode of resplendent talent. See if you can find a way to the Tower of Radiant Light from there. That said, I won't be joining you for your next journey. I'll head back to the central area to let the others know we're safe. Then I'll be back in no time. Whether I succeed or not, I should have enough time to see you again on my way back. A photo once more. Lovely. We're seeing everywhere. I'm vaguely reminded of that one game that is all about like taking photos and just like changing your reality to like get you to where you need to get. And there are 2 paintings here too. Yeah, I went too freaking far. Well, on the bright side, I can climb on things. Oh, all of them. I would love to catch one of these trains.
Not to be sniffed at.
Oh. Looks like there's a survivor over there.
Goodness, how the world has changed. Might I ask, when did the custom of placing treasure chests in every nook and cranny come into fashion?
Hello, my name is Escher, a painter. Come see Escher? Oh, so the Mookie that Astora was talking about? The one who did all those amazing paintings? Wait, I just remembered. Have we met before? No, and Escher was my birth name, so... Oh, really? Did you have any brothers who suddenly disappeared? I'm afraid not. Anyway, please come with me. I'll take you somewhere safe. But we're not looking for a safe place. We're here to solve the problem. Also, yeah, the glitching. I notice it. If that's the case, you should also come with me. I'll take you where you need to go. Weird guy. Whatever, let's follow him and see what he's up to. Loki. There's something weird about this person. Hey, maybe that name Mookie was given to him by someone else and he didn't recognize him. I do love that the response of, this seems to be a trap, is just walk into the trap anyway because odds are we can just handle it. Something feels off. The painting someone's done, it's like you're right there. Oh, we reached the end. I knew that post fake. It's another ambush. You're in a very dangerous situation. Take 2 electric boogaloo. Interesting. So we've been put in a painting, and then now whoever put us in the painting is trying to blot us out. And I stated before, we tend to be able to handle ourselves, even if we know it's a trap. Curious. Oh. This must be the artwork Dozy was talking about. Oh, sorry to keep you waiting. Looks like things went smoothly for you guys too. Dozy, can you believe it? We found and ran into a fake Esther. Fill Dozy in on what just happened. It must be the Malenta working from behind the curtain. To him, names are nothing but a string of numbers slapped onto us when we arrive here. How would he know that Mookie was a nickname that Escher's grandfather and father gave him in his childhood? But as it turned out, everyone here got along so well, you all call him that now. Just because we were somewhat unsettled by his paintings doesn't mean we dislike him. It's just that messing with space is a grave issue around here. It only makes Pam want to see his work even more. You'll get the chance to see it, I'm sure. Now that we've got the whole set of paintings, one stroke is all we need to connect them. Allow my clumsy hand to provide that finishing touch. After all, I did Coach Kanu in his Liyue landscape paintings. He won't mind me adding a little something. This painting, you should be able to reach the pavilion of paintings at the center. Once you're inside, try reaching out and plucking the heavenly heart. Just occurred to me, adding feet to a dragon and dotting the eyes of dragon are both saying concerning dragons. Are both sayings concerning dragons, but their meanings are worlds apart. They sure are. I'm sorry, I've never heard of either of those sayings. Adding feet to a dragon, dotting the eyes of a dragon.
The smoothest of transitions.
Not to be sniffed at.
Aww. How lovely. Konushu, Yuboshi, Busko, you've all come back to life. Ah, yes, I never want to paint another scene again. Good to have you back, Zorwing, Paimon, and young Zetland. I owe you all a great deal. You really look like Hilda. She's my older sister. I know. This old man's still got an eye for people. Speaking of which, Zetland, come here for a moment. You get many things.
Not to be sniffed at.
Talk to Boshimi store. Which I haven't seen Marnuk anywhere. Did he end up tracked in the desert pavilion? That one's on you a lot. When did you lure him to into the construction site anyway? We weren't excluding him or anything. We just wanted to show him the people from the desert pavilion and how shocking this spectral deterioration is. After all, they're the ones who are so obsessed with space. Messing with space might break the rules around here. It's probably been forcibly exiled by Millet by now. These melons. Are they ripe? Huh? Paimon means, are you sure they're ready to eat? That doesn't matter. Zetland, the two of us used to teach your sister how to draw. That's her signature. And since it's her stuff, you should be the one to keep them and take them away from this place. Think of this painting. How should I put it? Some people can paint on par with the masters in their teenage years, and so they spend the rest of their lives searching for paintings imbued with childlike innocence. I can neither discern a masterful temper nor a childlike innocence from Hilda's painting. Instead, it is tinged with sadness. Isn't the sadness conveyed by painting the fruit impressive? Isn't the sadness conveyed by painting the fruit impressive enough? Really, are you telling me this painting is devoid of childlike charm and doesn't it look like a master's work? Talent and diligent patience are prerequisites for cultivating the spirit of a master. So, why don't you forget what we've taught you and do another painting? You guys are hilarious. I'm not doing another painting. I've experienced once already, and I find it quite interesting. But just as a canvas once colored cannot return to pristine white, how could I possibly forget what I've learned? Let the mediocre piece be as it is. Is that so? It's just a mediocre piece. And yet she still signed her name on it. Ah, yes. When we artists take commissions, we always use secret signatures to sign our work. So she named the painting Long Live Life, and then she left. What do you think? Are you going to take her painting with you? No, let it stay where it belongs. Such paintings may become lost and destroyed in less than 100 years if brought outside. Better let it repose in eternal peace here with you. I see. Isora.
Oh.
Well, looks like everything's going smoothly. Isora, what are you doing here? Dazora told me that you had arrived at Leon Academy, so I came along with it. How's the search going? Have you found what you were looking for this time, Zetlin? I have. Could you... Could you tell me what it was that landed in Leon Academy this time? This is the Plane of Painters, after all. And to tell the truth, I haven't the foggiest idea what it might be. Photos from my sister's camera. A camera. I've heard people talking about such devices before. You're falling behind. The painters have all heard about cameras from Zetlin's sister. That's because the people here focus on visual arts. It's normal that she'd talk to them about it. The thing I discussed with Hilda was philosophy. Philosophy? It's hard to imagine my sister talking about this with someone as knowledgeable as you. Oh, you flatter me. We weren't getting into any deep or complex debates. We were just talking about how to look at everyday things around us. For example, the most fundamental question of philosophy is whether one should or shouldn't end it all tomorrow. Wow. 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 Yeah. Huh? Allow me to explain. In a sense, our inquiry into the world is a search for the very meaning of our existence in it. Within it, whether we are children seated upon the god's knees, or merely echoes in the winds of inconsistent time. All of that is too far removed. How can an ordinary person weigh themselves against the universe? For most, the world is no more than their own life. If we one day discover that everything is destined to return to nothingness in the far future, would our lives now still hold meaning? Or should our lives be a shoreless sea of suffering to begin with? Then the world may, in truth, be but a collection of agonies. In either case, there is no difference between living and not. In the latter, death might even be called a release. Paimon doesn't think that's right. Not that she knows how to argue against you, though. And what was my sister's response? Never mind that. I was the one arguing that even if life is inherently meaningless, we should still choose to live it. Ah, it seems you haven't heard. I saw my sister's tombstone back at the Sanctorum. Thanks for trying to save her in the end. What's written on her epitaph? One lifetime doesn't count. Is that what it says? I see. Zetland? I can hardly believe it myself, and I wish I could say something to take your pain away. Give me some time, though. You don't have to say anything. I thought I'd cry the moment I saw her tombstone, but as it turned out, I was unusually calm. It would have been better if I had cried. That's not what I meant. Anyway, you'll understand later.
It all adds up.
It all falls into place.
Can't hide the truth.
It all falls into place.
Wait.
Be silent. Close your eyes.
Oh, what a cute treasure coffin.
missed added to the archive. I like the little fat bird things that you can turn into. Fat bird moth things. They're so adorable. How do you go back? I have no idea how you're actually supposed to get back, but let's teleport. Anywho, over here, the La Biblioteca. La Biblioteca. It's La Biblioteca. Oh. If you were anyone else, I say anyone else, if you were one specific person, you would be laughing here. You would be laughing like hell.
Surge.
Be silent. To dust. Goodness, how the world has changed. Maraya. When did the custom of placing treasure chests in every nook and cranny come into fashion?
Ah, yes. It's a very recent thing. Early 2000s, I think. Before that, the world just kind of existed. I'm going to all of you. I haven't heard something. Let's go take a look.
A new moon rises.
Close your eyes. Be silent. Do you fear the dark?
It all adds up.
Close your eyes.
No more lies. It all falls into place.
Hello, Rumhilda, and our new friends. Oh, Dex is here too. I'm Setland, her sister. Oh, I see. You look so alike. My name is Onkuni. As later generations would account it, I should be from the era when yokai roamed the lands before Nangikanra united the Thundering Archipelago. I am Caloris from the Ramara era. And I am Yungi. I am Yu Hungui. I come from the era of Shanui Fort. I come from the era when Shanui Fort stood at the foot of Mount Taihang and the Guli Assembly had not yet been founded. Just a heads up, besides the newcomers from the borderlands, all Romarians are made of rock. Don't freak out when you see them. For the last time, it's Ecarification. I'll show you made of rock you. Oh, we got one person seamlessly switching between 3 different personas here. Because we're all stuck inside these pages. Quiet you, if you hadn't gone and rewritten Nearest, would we even have been in this mess? I see it. It's clearly Anukani. I didn't even notice it was switching between people. This place is called the Menifia Chamber. You can call it the Mayapaya Hall or the Mayapaya Archives, whichever you prefer. The Chamber, the Hall, or the Archives. I'll call it the Archives. As you can see, we've been condemned to exile pressed between these pages. Hey, can you get Dex to restore me first? We can talk after. You'll find restoration, yada yada. Yes, you unsquashed them. Wow, the paper people have become, solid people? I can only say, this feels so good. When was the last time I had a good stretch? How'd you guys get turned into paper in the first place? Oh, Onikani got so fired up when reading the Liyue novels written by later generations that he wanted to dive in and join the adventure. He wanted to see if he had the strength for an entry-level Centaurian, so he got turned into a paper person. Cut it out, be serious. We've been swapping fun stories ever since we were selected to come here. Yes, our earthly instincts never really left us, though, because we fell back into the habit of writing novels. Though the relentless torment and tempering with the apathetic interval sought to erode our will and desires, somehow aligned with the ancient art of severing the three deadly cells. But even if that tiny creative spark fades, a single good idea will surface to bring it back to life. Indeed, the apathetic interval has stripped away my faith in Phobos, but I still get the urge to write every once in a while. And then, of course, we get punished by the guards. It's not hard to see why. Anyone who lays eyes on what Onikuna wrote can't help but explain. What's this weird stuff you're writing? But you know what? It's got a kick to it. Mind you, it helps that the original works by those who came after in Liyue were excellent to begin with. Don't rub it in. They'll start thinking that you're being serious. Melinda classified her work as pollutant. He claimed it to be that it blurred the line between fact and fiction, sullying what should be pure and proper cultural landscape. Admittedly, our stories were shelved right alongside actual historic works and academic papers. His principles are one thing. The stuff you write is another. I love these three. By the way, Zetland, which of the 5 Yaksaj generals do you like the most? Your sister had read those stories with you when you were younger, right? She said Victorus was her favorite. We had already been pressed by a paper slip by the time she arrived, but she thought nothing of it and chatted with us for a bit. I like Atlas. Aw, he seemed really strong and resilient. Neither my sister nor I could ever be as tough as he. And just a side note, how do we store this place and rescue the others? What? That's hardly a side note. It's a serious business. You could have fooled Paimon with how much you were talking. The thing that Dex touches is the key. Whenever this place is manipulated, it leaves a residual trail of its own reversal. That's what it's called. We haven't given a name yet. We'll have to come up with one, though. It's going to be a pain to talk about. I think we should call it Archaeology Stone. We're digging through deep mysteries to unlock them, so archaeology, but with a key. No, I'm all for hope key, dope key. It's more fitting. At the end of the day, hope is what remains within. Ugh, this is such a hassle. The two of us are doing all the heavy lifting. The 3 of us are doing all the heavy lifting, so we should get to name it. We'll call it the Restoration Corps. No objections allowed. Aw, Key Restoration Corps. I really don't mind. Once this place is completely liberated, we probably won't even have to see it again. I'd say it'd be best if nothing like it never exists again. Fair enough. Well, when you have her thanks for taking care of this. Since the 3 of us combined barely have the strength of an entry-level rookie soldier, we'll sit this one out. Yeah, you're clearly overestimating yourself as a Rumera, just as you're overestimating the average strength of the average Rumera soldier. Ooh, the Biblioteca. I will say, I absolutely adore, not the black stuff, but how the mountains are freaking books. That is just so imaginative. I love it. Bookland. Library entrance right over there with text power. You should be able to find the hidden door in no time. You can turn to the main hall in the center now. You'll be safe there. That's where a store and chefs are waiting. Guys, get yourself out of harm's way as planned. I will act as your guide for this leg of the journey. Be careful, you haven't finished your novel yet. We'll let everyone know we're safe, and then we'll come straight back. Please don't get turned into paper again.
We got lucky. It could have been a trap.
Literally, I was about to say, why are we going in there? What if somebody shuts the door on us? Like, that would be super bad luck. Ah, it's la biblioteca. You're gonna have to bear with me. Like, I'm telling a joke that is like several layers deep. I do not apologize. Missed. Oh, wait, missed. I'm like, oh, there's restoration core right there.
Surge. A moonlit night for all.
Observe, be silent. To dust.
Whatever. Oh. Oh god. Man, don't do this right now. Ow. Jesus Christ. Huh. So? Wiggle worm, wiggle worm. Nope, I hate that. Also, I love the library. Yes, I see that. I didn't put anything outside yet. Might not have gotten eaten by it, but that doesn't mean I like it. Interesting. An ecosystem in something. Cool beans.
Not to be sniffed at. Observe, be silent. To dust. Close your eyes. It's a grave situation.
Surge. You keep them. I no longer need offerings.
I remember to take the time to heal when... I don't think there's like a healing tower.
Flame, green moons converge.
Observe. Night falls. Close your eyes.
Let's take it with us for now. I think it's because Dex is busy. Dex is busy, we can't and I can't use E for anything else. Surely now, yes. Is there even enough time? No, I'm gonna say there is not. This is a problem for later.
You keep them. I no longer need offerings.
Interesting. Basically, two sides. Basically, a single sword.
They call this a pleasant surprise, right?
Curious or curious? When in doubt, bookshelves. Piles and piles of books. Don't know what to add to a wall? Books. Honestly, same one.
Beware the creatures of the night. Observe. Close your eyes. Observe.
Can I dodge? Like, I swear to God, I'm dodging.
Be silent. Perhaps these treasures might be of utility to you on your journey. Please, I insist.
Books, more books. Nice. What if the books are too... What if there's too many walls for books? Make books of different sizes. The complete arc. I genuinely did not even read it. I read nothing of what was going Is there only half the thing? Is the other half hidden in there too? How amusing. Locked door? Flipped page. We'll put it together ourselves.
People ought not be so frightened of ghosts. They are merely talking shadows, chattering away endlessly about their past affairs.
Folding it in half. That wasn't. It could have been more generous. Motherfucker.
To dust.
A moonlit night for all.
It's basically everyone synergized around Columbina. Columbina. Delightful. Just her entire existence. Delightful. I love the character.
Surge.
Close your eyes. Be silent.
It all adds up.
Time to come clean.
It's a trap. Zetland, are you okay? That was a nasty fall. I was throwing at my back. I was a little scared, but I'm fine. I'm sorry I keep dragging you down. No, you don't. Well, I know I'm a dead weight. No one so much gave a hoodoo about little old me. What do you mean? Did Paimon grab onto you in his Zorwing just now?
You weren't pulling us upward, you were using me as a buffer. Uncle Hungy. Paimon can fly. She wouldn't even have fallen even if she wouldn't have fallen if she wasn't trying to help you and Azorwin. Oh yeah, alright. It's my fault for being so heavy, I guess. Zetland smiled. You make a great team, Uncle Henry. Ah, don't worry yourself too tight, Zetland.
Jackpot!
There it is. Finally. I feel so silly. Like, a mean merchant gave Paimon half a bad fee for Morix's because the... something. Sorry, this place is just so cool. Also, I have no idea how to get any of those little cubes. Here we are. These letters we wrote to each other, my sister and I. It must be really personal. Let's not look at them as Orwing. It's not a big deal, really. Just family stuff. She was bored at the same dorm and wrote to them to pass time. She wrote about how the air was fresh and how there were old people everywhere, and how comfortable it was in the mountains, but also how dull it was. She said that she often went to the Sanctorium graveyard to read the epitaphs. She wanted to learn the stories of those who never returned home, those who found their final rest upon the mountain instead. She wrote that the Sanctorium itself was about to be demolished and that she had to emerge from the shadow of the past. And then one day she wrote to me and said she was going somewhere far away and I shouldn't worry. Ah. No way, your sister was really upbeat and talkative when she came here. Then I came to the temple beneath the Windrest Peaks and saw her gravestone perched in a lonely mountain in a strange and distant land. Oh no, Paimon made me talk about the sad stuff again, and she really doesn't know how to comfort you either. Sorry. You don't have to comfort me. The later half of life is nothing but a series of farewells. It's like writing in the sand, here one moment, scattered by the next. Apologies, I really didn't know. I never could have guessed that something like this would have happened. When she arrived, the selection process for evaluation was already a mess. Everyone was in low spirits. Time, which was already at a standstill, lost all meaning then, turned into true nothingness. Her arrival brought a spark of life that we hadn't seen in a long time. She was truly a good person. That's right. I'm really sorry to say this, but I didn't ask for your names just now because I came with the intention of saying goodbye. I didn't plan on meeting anyone new because I didn't want to say even more goodbyes. You don't really mind. What matters is that we know each other now, right? Farewells are just the seeds of reunions. Going on adventures with lively people. It's not so bad. I've never imagined I'd have a chance like this after growing up. Exactly. That's how your sister made us feel too. And now that we found what Zetland's lost, we just have to fix the restoration core, right? Huh.
Jackpot! Phew!
Huh?
Go!
Mr. Greycat. Hello. Meow. It's already time for a tea party, meow. Wonder if they're lost, meow. Oh, it's you, Miss Golden Traveler. You must be the chosen hero, meow. Would you help me look for my friends? Huh? And who might your friends be? Oh, the two ladies who aren't here yet. One is a kitty that can talk just like me, but unlike me, she's an orange tabby, meow. My other friend is a very polite lady poodle, a canine, true, but a most gentle one nevertheless, meow. Even though one of them is a cat and the other a dog, whenever we sit down for tea together, we always have a wonderful time, meow. Please, for the peace of Moralnoplus, lend me a paw, meow. It's where we agreed to meet, but my friends still haven't arrived, meow. Our chosen hero, would you mind helping me look around for them? Meow. Swords. Wow, your swordsmanship leaves quite the impression. My thanks to you, esteemed knight from lands afar. Those arrogant brutes won't be troubling my people's homes ever again. Now then, what brings you to my court? Ah, nameless Night King. Miss Tabby. Your Majesty, allow me to report a matter to you. Someone sure came around fast. Guess he just mind the local ways when abroad. On behalf of Mr. Greycat, you explain an invitation to his tea party. I understand, and you have my thanks, esteemed knight from lands afar. I shall heed your wise counsel and set forth at once. You know, I would ask how cats... go back, because we know how to get there. I mean, I guess going back once is no big deal. Okay, it's alright, man. So that is irrelevant. I basically just wandered off the beaten path. Easier. And doing it twice is really nice.
Goodness, how the world has changed. Might I ask, when did the custom of placing treasure chests in every nook and cranny come into fashion? Observe.
Can't hide the truth.
It all falls into place.
Close your eyes.
the two cubes are. What is it, Miss Golden Traveler? Is there something I can help you with, Miss Lady Poodle? On behalf of Mr. Greycat, you extend an invitation to his tea party. Oh, is it time already? Thank you, Woof. If I weren't so busy, I'd have gone to invite Miss Tabby myself. If I'd done that, perhaps Mr. Greycat might have... Cat or dog, we are all capable of getting along in peace. Yes, we can. Anyway, I should head to the tea party now. Thank you for the reminder. Everyone is here thanks to you, Miss Golden Traveler. Our happy tea party can finally begin, meow. Why the long face, Miss Tabby? Have something sweet, and you'll find your spirits lifting in no time, meow. Oh, have yourself something sweet.
You keep them. I no longer need offerings.
Oh, everyone's finally here, meow. Why the long face, Miss Tabby? Have something sweet, and you'll find your spirits lifting in no time. Oh, no, just the same thing. Truly, that has the energy of... Sometimes there are those who offer you nothing in particular. Who offer nothing but their presence.
Be silent. Perhaps these treasures might be of utility to you on your journey. Please. I insist.
Interesting. Where's the last restoration core? I believe it's hidden in this book. The book is called The Tale of Lakshnaich Arani, Celsius's translation of Aranus. It's more of a rewrite than a translation, though. Istor spoke very highly of it after his read, and he said it captured the precise moment when realism collapsed into nominalism. Paimon has no idea what that means. I'd love to read it. Anyway, do you have any idea how we can retrieve the restoration core? As I said before, we can use the power of the library to manifest scenes. The restoration core should be hidden in the book. You'll need to enter the book to go on an adventure. It's time for you to experience what it's like to be a paper person, eh? But I'm a hero in 3 dimensions. If anything happens, Paimon and the text will come save you. I need the greatest guide in all of Tibet. You're unbelievable. Fine, Paimon will go with you.
Okay, yeah. This is super important, so don't mess up, okay? Actually, the restoration success might rest entirely with Miss Zetland. What? Melinda has revived and tampered with this text. It's filled with a great deal of unwarranted malice, and I am too familiar with both Erne and the original Uranus. My heart lacks the power to alter scenes in time. Put another way, my perception of the story is irrevocably locked on its tragedy, but it might be rewritten to have a happy ending. So, what do we do? We'll need Zetland to neutralize every crisis that emerges in the text, then steer the plot towards a happy ending. Are you really going to put their safety in my hands? And you even want me to imagine good things happening out of the blue? I can't do it. I can't do anything right. We believe in you. We aren't just living, we're adventuring. Fortune favors the bold, you know? Heaven helps those who help themselves. Alright, I'll try. Okay, I have, unfortunately, run out of water. Don't worry, I'm not quitting on you just yet. Just yet, I say. Curiouser and curiouser. Wandering in a book. Alright, give me a moment and I'll be right back.
Toodaloo. Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Woo. Toodaloo. Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Woo.
Alrighty, Roo. I'm back. What's in here? Press the expand point to create a new space. Hmm? I just realized we're a knight and a flying lavender melon. Just break it.
Took me a second to figure out what's going on. Sacred Grail, something. I see that things are popping up over there, but I'm like, y'all darlings are gonna have to. Oh, I didn't see it up there. Curiouser and Curiouser. Oh, it's a waterfall. It's a waterfall. It's settling. But then they got caught up in Sheen Star. Hey, that was a unique experience. How are you feeling? It's nice to be three-dimensional, but being paper isn't terrible. Thanks, Zetland. No need to thank me. The stakes are much higher for you. Oh. Life finds a way. Floating inside a miniature landscape.
Toodaloo.
Oh. Wow. Oh. I do like how all of it goes, not just some of it. Oh. Amazing. Melinda's control over this area will finally be broken. One more thing, Zetland. What's the matter? I misspoke a moment ago. I'd like to correct myself. Living is a grand adventure, and life is a long journey. I've held on for this long. Where are the good things I was supposed to find? You've met Azorwing and Paimon and me, and then you came here. It might be a complete mess at the moment, but to be chosen to come here and attain eternity is a 1 in a million chance. You said you wanted to stay here a while ago, right? What do you think? Would you like to stay? This is a good place. Everyone lives in harmony. You're all wise and pure of heart. But we can talk about that later. Let's head back first. I wonder how Kina and Helaris are doing. You did it! You guys are amazing! Speaking of devils, in terms of strength, you're at the very least an entry-level Legion commander. You say that, but even amongst entry-level Legion commanders, you've got Golem Construct, Arbiter, Spiritual Aspirant Arbiters, and Arbiter Golem Hybrids. You can't put them on the same tier. You keep your mouth shut. The last Restoration Corps had been hidden in your stupid novel this whole time. All I can think about right now is landing a fist right to your face. I'm ichorified. Your head is the only thing that'll hurt. That's exactly why I haven't used my Gushan arts to hit you yet.
Jackpot.
Huh? Are you playing around up there? Hold on, someone's trapped on it. You stop at the top of the bookshelf on one side. It's safe here. What is it, my golden friend? Nothing, just a little... Nothing, I'm just a little curious at all. Just wondering if you're stuck up there. Here, it's up high, and you can see far and wide. It's a good place to hide. Our Kapu tribe, being on the ground is considered dangerous, even if the great rulers, sovereign lords above us, don't decide to wipe us out on a whim. The other Kapuli tribes will still come to plunder us. Perching on cliffs and in trees like the Quetzals allow us to flee calamity before it strikes. Ancestor to the children of... oh gosh. The one with the Yoshisaurus. Besides, Belinda says that she wishes to see me fly. She wants to sing of riding a giant bird in a story of adventure. Are you sure she isn't putting you on? No, Belinda's a very good person. Maybe as good as the Lord of Crossroads. They're both such kind people. It's amazing just how you two flew all the way up there. So this is for you. Consider it proof of our friendship. Now I must think about how we can fly even higher to stay out of the danger's reach. Neither the great rulers, sublords, nor the conquerors who revel in flying are here. It is true, but I'm already used to having a means of escape wherever I am. She is both incredibly kind and my heart goes out to her. To be fair, I too would love to be flying around on magic paper. Hello, you three. Speaking of which, what kind of stuff do you two write about? Just wondering, my mind got curious all of a sudden. I haven't finished my novel yet. It covers the era of the Archon War, when the Abdeptal arts were scattered across the mortal realms, leading to the development and evolution of 3 distinct traditions. Conflict erupted between the Feng Shui Sect Mountains and the Yinshi Sect Seas. Ultimately, 3 Adepti of Jin Karst, the masters of its 3 summits, descended to mediate this divide of earth and tide. Wait, did this actually happen in real life? Probably not. Then again, the stories that never happened are the ones worth writing. As for Kune, he took the entire cast of Liyue's Yakshas, the Guardian Adepti, and gender-flipped everyone, then retitled it The Chronicles of the Alluring Yakshas, Ravishing and Up to Toplet Kingdom. So they're fanfic writers, I see. How can anyone stand this? That's not a title, that's a synopsis. Oh, come on, it's just a little something I wrote after reading a light novel. To swapping the genders really take away from how epic and tragic the story is. To be fair, after changing the lineup to 2 boys and 3 girls, the intimate bond between the girls makes the sheer scale of the tragic ending feel even more devastating. Liyue wasn't a thing in my day, of course. It was but as a Liyue local, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Now please, no, please never write again. The book is really weird, but it's a fantastic read, and even piked my interest in the original Yakshas. Oh. I am very honestly, me being Hu Tao for this is perfect. I am very distinctly reminded of how the last time that we were doing this quest, Jesus Christ. But the last time we were doing this quest, oh my god. Jesus Christ, my heart's gonna explode. I'm very much reminded of how the last time we were doing this quest, oh, pineapple slice. How I was just talking about this fic I was reading. This fanfic I was reading. I'll be honest, that's what it was. Oh, don't hit me. Don't you dare.
bury it, maybe it'll spring back to life.
So, like, I'm feeling pretty called out.
Go!
I do have this area.
Huh? Go!
Like, somewhere in between, like, just a green foresty area and the library.
Huh?
Absolute wonder. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, you're just gonna sit there. Huh? For your sake, Vinda, I'm never going to get this done. Not this rate. Can't you go past your services and Lind instead? Dr. Lemon pretended to be assistant of Mondstadt and got an audience with the Shogun of Inazuma. With her help, the doctor secured a spot in one of the ship and returned to Dorman Port. Damn it, this whole segment has absolutely nothing to do with the rest of the plot and is the only usable part in this idea is about summoning the spirits of the dead heroes to Inazuma and having them beat each other to death. Summons the spirits of the dead to beat each other to death. Okay. Stop knocking, I beg of you. I'm writing for the love of something. Anyone pig's sake that Norty right. Oh. Of course I'm going to go in there. Huh. Curiouser and curiouser.
Oh, what a cute treasure coffin! With the wind.
friend. Istora, you're here too. That's right. Color said that you stepped in at the Mavika chapter, and I suspected everything would fall into place from here on out. That's too honest. That's too honesty from you, Buster. Paimon's blushing already. Setland, have you found what you lost this time? I have. Speaking of which, I'm here for my own reasons too. That's true. Since you came here, you've done nothing but run around on my account. I understand what the Watcher of Nothingness was saying, but I can tell that there's something in this place that matters to you. The Zorwing's been a massive help. Told I end of the bargain? Do tell me, what is it that you need? You tell Astor and Zetland about your experiences, about what Neolita has said. You ask if there are traces of your brother here. The story you speak of, it's simply incredible. If this were back in my academia days, I would have mulled over it for at least half a day before giving you an answer, just to prove I was taking you seriously. It's true that I've been here longer than anyone else, and I have witnessed all that has transpired. Unfortunately, the highest point of the Temple of Storm of Sunchus is where the gods and watchers dwell. It's said that certain hidden truths are kept within its walls. But hardly anyone is brave enough to set foot up there. You know, fair enough, the gods aren't the most merciful. Temple inscribed with the pages. Are you saying it's so high, so high that even the most fearless would get scared? Only those who choose to abandon all their memories are permitted to enter that hall. To seek an audience with the master of the temple is to seek answers and closure. It follows then that all memories that one gathered here shall be wiped away. It doesn't make sense. One must construct the path to the heavens with their own memories and wisdom. Only then can they encounter the sacred beyond. But memories aren't even solid. How are you supposed to build a path to the heavens with them? Such is the nature of this place. The divine power of the gods can weave emptiness into reality, and reality into another. Here, mere vacuum is not perceived as nothingness. In the eyes of that beings, it's a state that can be filled in the space of a single thought. Only in nothingness, where even meaning does not exist, only that is the place beyond the reach of the gods. And I suspect that the path to the heavens should be similar to the half-real, half-illusionary scenes that you saw in the library. I'm just a coward at heart. I never dared to make the climb. I simply don't have the courage to cast aside my responsibilities. I'm the one who lived to witness what came before, and who continues to learn of what follows from those who come after. I am but a vessel for my precious memories. Even if there is no hope of ever returning to the surface, every lost civilization will live on in my memory. Are the gods really that horrid to design such a cruel choice for someone to make? Some gods are good, others are bad. Take the one who kidnapped Zorwing's brother, for instance. Totally bad. Perhaps it's the opposite. The god who designed the path to the heavens was not the mistress of the temple. You see, if you intend to leave this place, you simply cannot take its history, secrets, or knowledge with you. The way I see it, the description of using your memories to construct the path to the heavens is too emotionally charged. Your memories are supposed to be wiped the moment you return to the mortal realm, but before that happens, people here have the right to look back upon all they have ever been, all they have ever owned, and the path that results from both. Hold on. Let's see if Paimon gets all that. It's like we've made a rule that says you can read a book and you have to chunk it into the fire the second you're done. But it just burns to a crisp. But it all burns to a crisp. You find out the book has an epilogue, and afterwards, but just as it all burns to a crisp, you find out the book has an epilogue and an afterward, where you get to look back on all the best parts. And then, in the end, nothing's left of the story. Only the feelings and impressions stay with you. Spot on. A perfect read. You've got a real knack for analogies. Reminds me of one of my students. In fact, he went to Delhi though. I have no idea what it's called now, or if he survived the war. His name was Abrax. While I have asked many people, no one has ever found his name in historical records. How an often attachment. Anyway, yeah, he said all that, but how do we get up there? Zorwing's memories are too important to forget. As far as Paimon, well, she hasn't clashed so hard with his Zorwing as to need a total reset. You don't have to worry. Once you rescue everyone, I'll help you with this. Actually, I figured out how the path to the heavens works. The seat of the god has been left empty, so the rules have begun to falter. As such, a section of the corridor of nothingness's previous path to the heavens was preserved. Melinta's fury destroyed half of it, but the remaining half, the stairway to heaven, is still vaguely visible. This means that the stairway can be used by others. We just have to make it whole again. Wait, do you mean... Don't get the wrong idea. As I said it before, I'm a coward, burdened with too much memory, yet too scared to even die. Stora. Dude calls himself a coward, but I dare say he's quite the opposite. Sure, a coward might be too afraid to die, but like... It does take quite a bit of bravery to choose to live forever. Also quite a bit of insanity. Like, you do have to be at least a little crazy to choose to live forever.
Observe. Night falls. Close your eyes.
They call this a pleasant surprise, right?
Sort of statues in the desert. I'd say it's pretty creepy. Well, given how it looks like a bunch of people running for their lives.
No more lies.
And given what we know of basically everything, I wouldn't be surprised if they uncalcified. But yes. Pretty creepy. You guys almost had it. Almost. That you. I can't take anymore. I'll give you coins and Desert awarded me. Your 6 these objects made from quicksand and deconstructing to everything that's the same technically they release new structures can be constructed. Neat. Hey! You people, I've not seen you around before. Are there really still newcomers showing up now? But since I exited with you, I suppose you're back. My name is Vemby, and I come from an era where King Desert's divine form still walked among us. Paimon's the name, and this is Zorwing, and our team's got one more member, Setland. Probably what you consider people from the most recent era. Zetland, would you happen to have an older sister by chance? Do you know my sister too? Of course, here everyone is friends with everyone. It matters little what station they occupied in their former life. In my day, I was a nobody, just one of many working on King Desert's mausoleum. I was traveling the desert one day when I was suddenly plucked from the sands and thrown into the apathetic interval where I was for, I want to say, less than 100 years. Then, once I left and came here, I found the place full of ancients, from sometimes preceding even King Desert himself, but we all got along just the same. Later on, the sisters of the deity here told me they hadn't plucked any desert buildings and asked that I reconstruct them from memory. I was only with everyone's help that we managed to build this place at all, but now, look at these ruins. You know, speaking of which, Paimon has a question. Those sand statues out there, are those, artworks from your era? You know, from back in King Desert's days? Perhaps they were created to serve a reminder of the Empress' importance. You truly are different from your sister. You must really enjoy reading like the others. Those are people. All of them were punished by being turned into sand. Whoa. Don't worry, they're all still alive. Death does not exist here. They'll be restored once the problem here is resolved. Right, didn't you say that whoever saved you would get that coin King Desert gave you as a reward? Paimon bets it's worth a lot more. I'm not having it ordered. It's my lucky charm. Besides, it's the only thing I have left to remind me of my old life. Since it's so important to you, alright, guess we'll be super nice and not press you for payment. Ugh, we've been chatting for too long. Looks like it's here. We won't have time to stand around talking. Are you at least a level novice for Mirian Centaurium? There we go again. I don't even know what that kind of standard is supposed to be. Clever. Oof, that was quite something. You're easily at the level of a high-ranking Centaurian. Didn't know you had your own hierarchy back in King. Didn't you have your own hierarchy back in King Desert's day? Well, those scholars here at the Murray Archives have read enough books that their combat assessments actually hold some weight. And it's nice to be so well read. For instance, on average, knights serving under an Urus could take on 3 standard Romarian Centaurians at once, though they're half a rank below an Urus. Medjay, who served Crocodile King, wasn't considered exactly an elite fighter, but was highly adept at dealing with monsters. So in terms of rough power levels, all right, let's go save your friends first. Aw, but I want to know more, Pi. We can talk about that later.
Not to be sniffed at.
Curacer and Curacer. A lot of people. Looks like we still have a survivor over there. That's Viverosis. Oh wait, these are just
Wait.
Observe. Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark? Be silent.
Finbee, you're still alive. How... What? Jesus. Finbee, you're still alive. How wonderful it is to see you. Of course I know that death is not possible here. What I mean is, I'm so glad you didn't turn into sand. Anyways, you know what I mean. I do. That I do. And thanks to all of you too, and Dex. I didn't do anything. Vempi introduces you all to Verteverus and recounts what just happened. Incredible! Your Jackson sees that, even the Temple's chief sure knew. Now Paimon is even Paimon's kind of interesting to see how you stack up in that system. Oh yeah? In that case, I'll take you to the others. After all, the Vempi only provided the pattern network and motifs from King District's times. I was the one responsible for the main layouts and pathways of this area. That's right. With all this may look like a building from some Gilded Age, it's really the result of everyone's knowledge.
Perhaps these treasures might be of utility to you on your journey. Please, I insist.
Don't come any closer. Oh? It might be a bit self-indulgent to worry about my own epitaph. You probably think me ridiculous, but I've actually already decided what mine will be. Please tell my love that portrays my love. Various. He turned into sand before he was even done speaking. Ah, I'm hopeless. I'm actually fighting the urge to chuckle out loud at this sad juncture. He's going to be so mortified once he stops being sand. It's a rather optimistic take on the situation. You have a choice to make. Do we deal with that guard first or search for survivors as long as we can? You deal with the guard. After all, survivors won't be safe if there's some guy out there that are hunting survivors. And her man Hilda and our new friends. Thank you all. I'm her younger sister, Setland. I see the two of you look so much alike, and oh, so pretty. My name is Kamasha, and I come from, what was I gonna say? The era in which the Dendro Archon had yet to become a child. Huh. The era of Greater Lord Ruka Devala, even still, isn't remembered here. How fascinating. Vempi introduces Kamisha and Virtue's tragic circumstances are revealed. So you get the epitaph it took thousands of years to come up with. This is beyond absurd. If I hadn't told you, you would never have known. Now that you have, it's going to be hard for me to look Varys in the eye without laughing. Alright, enough small talk. We've come all this way and it doesn't look like we've missed anything. Is there anyone else? I'm afraid not. Then how about how we can stop folks from turning to sand? Any ideas? We didn't manage to learn much from exploring earlier. After all, no one here at the Desert Pavilion is well versed in the mystic arts or the sciences. So it seems we're back to the only known method, defeating the Punisher of Gormuth. That you need not worry about. We have a Zorwing who has the strength of a Romarian Tribrine. It looks like someone's been promoted again. But there's no way to find the Punisher of Gorma. It has hidden its form. That is a problem, yes. You know, it wasn't easy getting everyone out. How about we leave this place first and get back to the main hall? Istor and Josephus are there too. They seem rather knowledgeable, so maybe they know a way. Oh, Istor is safe too. That's really good to know. He's the most experienced of us all, and is always open to learning new things. If we're talking about anecdotes, history, and culture, he's probably the most knowledgeable person in this world. Then let's go now. The earlier we get back, the earlier we can finish this out and save Varys and the rest.
Goodness, how the world has changed. Might I ask, when did the custom of placing treasure chests in every nook and cranny come into fashion?
How did I miss that? Blind as all hell. That one I'll excuse for not noticing. There's one right there. I see it. I freaking missed. Curses thrice over. Need to go to the top. I want to go to the top. You never know what treasure you will find at the top. What is with that sound? I see the tumbleweed is. Oh no, they finally started tumbleweeding. I was gonna say. Let's see it. So many people trying to run. Dude was like, no. He was like, hell nah. You know, most games would have used that cutscene as a loading screen, I feel. Unofficial chronology.
we've been boxed. I can't believe it's a trap. I don't remember this section of the building being here before. Doesn't look like a simple flip. This has to be deliberate. Inside or look at just in turn full of sand.
The long sleep beckons. Observe. Be silent. Curiouser and curiouser. The apparent leader of the suppression type keeper is stronger than the average keeper. So do you have to like defeat it 3 times? Close range can also seize their quarters directly, dealing massive damage after seizing cores. You have to quickly tap within a short period of time to deal damage to the keeper. Ah. Good morning. Okay. Observe. Steady now.
Can't hide the truth. No more lies.
Wayne.
Be silent.
It all falls into place.
The way it looks at Dex with its non-existent face. It knows it's me. Apologies. I didn't realize that I couldn't go through the very obvious space. Lovely. So apparently I didn't need to go up there, I just needed to brush it. Which... Oh. Go Dex. Oh dear. Never mind. Where are we? Is it all over? That's right, it's all over, and everyone's been restored. These two just awkward as all hell. What is it? Why are you wearing your lips like that? Are you so moved seeing me that you have to keep yourselves from crying? Stop, don't laugh, you're gonna give the joke away. Laugh all you want, I'm only a little embarrassed. Love is fate, as is death, and neither is a laughing matter. Fine, fine, no more laughing. Oh, where is Zetlin, by the way? I have no idea. I was standing outside with everyone else, and we were still in each other's arms a moment ago. I told little Scrappa to stop and get everyone back to the main hall, and then I left them and came over to you. Everyone should still be somewhere around here, in which case she can't have gone very far yet. This is... an amethyst brooch. It belongs to my older sister, and was one of the things in my suitcase that I lost. Ah, I get it. Ah, got it now. Nice, that's one thing. That's one taken care of. It must have been placed here as an exhibit from this era. Actually, the reason I started thinking about what to write on my epitaphs is because your sister asked about it. Those words weren't exactly the things I've been holding in for thousands of years. Does nobody die here? Would it be impossible for anyone to leave behind a truly magnificent epitaph, then? Given my former status, I could probably be laid to rest at a priest's cemetery alongside branches of silver and white, which would be a tremendous honor, albeit one without any space for an epitaph. In that case, it's no for me, because I've already written mine. And it says, "Thank you so much." What about that coin of yours, the one from King Desret's days? You're still thinking about that? Fine, you can have it once I'm finished chanting my 10,000 prayers of penance to King Desret. I'm curious if, like, the rest of this top part will fill up. This one over here got worked up hearing Kishmara talk about the king's fall that he actually cried. You lie, you lie, you lied. Liar, that's impossible. Honestly, that's better for a laugh than my epitaph. Eh, if you're gonna be so grudging with the coin, just forget it. At this point, Paimon, why are you so greedy? At this point, we're only here to. We're at this. And this is the point we're here to say we're only here to help Zetlin find what she lost. We're helping you just because you happen to be here. Thank you, Paimon. Thank you, Zorwing. Oh, no, you only got dragged into this because of us, so we gotta make this right for you. Such undisguised parlay. I'm truly grateful for you two, to you two.
You keep them. I no longer need offerings.
Stood upon the line between life and death. I miss the flavor of beer the most. Even my master, King Desert himself, would rank beneath it. I didn't know you so enjoyed your liberations. In delivering bricks to the Mausoleum and King Desert back in the day, we get 2 large mugs of beer for free every day. Speaking of which, was Manuki among those who were restored? I suspect the higher-ups intend to deal with him in violation of the rules. I wonder if the note I asked him to bring in secret came in handy.
You keep them. I no longer need offerings. Did they run from home too?
goodness, how the world has changed. Might I ask, when did the custom of placing treasure chests in every nook and cranny come into fashion?
I don't have a bow character. Every now and then, I'll do a specific, like, little team setup where it's just like, I don't have something. This time it's a bow character. I suppose sword claymore, but those are whatevs. Oh, you're here, Stora. Indeed, everyone from the Desert Pavilion is now back in the main hall, which is why I hurried over here. Zetland, have you found what you were looking for? Yes, I have. Thanks for asking. Splendid. By the way, did you know that the names Melinda and Tia mean? I'll go first. Nope. They mean melancholy and nothingness, don't they? Most sagacious of you. I believe you and I shall be even better friends than I was with your sister, since we have the same interest. Yes, my sister's the outdoorsy, extroverted type. Still, before I could read for myself, she used to read to me all the time. Yet, what has melancholy got to do with someone like that? Of course, I speak of the pathological melancholy, not the sort the one above feels when gazing upon our suffering. Did she tell you all that? Frankly, I was agape at the revelation she presented. I wouldn't have thought anyone audacious enough to build a sanctorum atop a site from which the Temple of Space had ascended. Did you know? It was originally thought that melancholy was a biological ailment. The word itself actually comes from the term black bile. But subsequently, people came to believe that melancholy was an affliction of the heart. Well, it does take time to get to the right answer. But today, humans have once again discovered the truth. Melancholy indeed, also pathological. Thus, both medicine and companionship are vital to recovery. I already knew all that back in my day. The angels had told us so. But while the songs of the angels and the later day animal archon can cure melancholy, the hollow consolations of ordinary folk cannot be expected to work such wonders. What are you trying to say? I shall have to whisper this, for it is a secret. Why would the Great One above, who rules over the sky and space, name her own creations nothingness and melancholy? They say she lacks the ability to empathize with others. There is nothing she cannot do, yet she is utterly helpless against genuine futility and the ailments of the human heart. This is why she named her creations the two things she is least able to deal with. Everyone gets that. Naming things after enemies you've never beaten makes them sound cool and powerful. Paimon we called No More Hunger and Noah Zorwing. They sound weak. I fear I can't keep up with I fear I can't keep up with your 1,000 years worth of wisdom. Wisdom? Bah. I pray for the courage to give this up and live a real life once more. Can you see what I'm saying? Feel free to come to me if you ever need anything. Even if all you want is to talk to you about your sister. I will do that. Jesus Christ. Why did that one take so long?
Honestly, this area is wicked cool. Terrifying if you think about it too much. But wicked cool, beautiful, amazing, astounding. It's just... This one. Just like, look at this place. This place is a monument to existence. Honestly, I would love this place, like, and everything that it stands for a lot more if it wasn't for the fact that it actually took people and things. Like, these are people who once upon a time had lives that they were living. They have lives that they can never go back to. It's like, oh, they never age. But at the same time, it's just... There's a melancholy to it all. The store out. We've basically freed all 3 areas. Most of the people are safe now, too. And we even found everything Zetland lost. Well, thank you very much, I have to say. Tilda's got quite the eye for people now that he's opened it. Alright, your turn. You mentioned a way to get up above before, and a price to go with it. Bring it on. Paimon's not scared of a couple adventures or a bit of more. Oh, and what about Zetland? How are we supposed to send her back down now that she's done here? I can explain all of that, but you should rest first. I'll go through everything in detail tomorrow. Okay, but there's no bed here, or food. Such desires cease here. Think about it. You've been here all this time, but you are neither hungry nor tired. Huh? No, what's Paimon supposed to do all day while we rest? This place is full of remarkable people from every age. Speaking with them could be fun. Alright, fine. But Paimon gets to sleep whenever she wants, tired or not. Paimon's still sleeping on a Zorwing's head. Zetland, after you've rested a bit, could we talk? It's about what I mentioned earlier. The thing I needed time to think about. Speak with me a while, would you? Okay. Zorwing, Paimon, once you're feeling rested, come see me. That one. 2 things from that one? Question mark? I'm like, that's a kind of... I'm thinking I'm really glad I met you at the end. If anything, it feels like you got dragged up here. Oh, wait, the end? What do you mean? I mean, ours were all pretty dangerous adventures, but I got to see so many crazy things. That's not so bad. Hey, don't brush Paimon's question off like that. Did I? I'm curious if the way for us to go up and her to go down is for her to lose all of her memories. You can breathe easy here. Sometimes I have words in the problem. Yeah. Also, what does it mean talk to everyone? I'm like, are there Like, are there suddenly people around outside? We only have 2 of these. I'm not sure who the everyone is that I'm supposed to be talking to, but this place is empty. Feeling rested? Have you talked to everyone? Alright, take your time.
Goodness, how the world has changed. Might I ask, when did the custom of placing treasure chests in every nook and cranny come into fashion?
Lord Tabusky's Nodcry. Corner of the treasure vault of the governor of Nodcry. Somehow quite a few weasels seem to have found their way into it. Have you the right? Oh, something.
Be silent.
Surge.
It all adds up.
Let's see what you're made of.
Wayne.
Strange characters put across the surface and tablet. The word makes sense to you, but though you can't say why. You're educated makes volunteer missions for text. I have no idea who the way boards around here, and I haven't the faintest clue what they're going on about. But anyway, it looks like every door in this exhibition hall only opens from the inside. If an Arcadian states they are designed like this, then their downfall really isn't. If Arcadian city states were all designed like this, then their downfall really isn't that surprising. Not sure why it faced me that way.
Wretched guardian, I was gone for barely a moment, and it's already folded this entire place up. Just a little for some kind of war and beings that transcend humanity must be consumed by the blazing sun's fire. Rest not. We have a cheat code. Thank you, my esteemed friend. Oh, pineapple's nice. Music. Music is nice. He said that doing his business, I was doing his considered done to musical instrument. He probably gets so incensed to tear this place down. So the bus wouldn't even have to. And she's still above ground. This is above ground. Has always been raised to the king of Venice. I said in that case, perhaps the king of Venice must have been good friends, but my words were only met with silence. Wait, did I read the epitaph? Read the blazing sun, the fire, and the earth, my friend. Who are you? Holy sovereign, the seven raged Chromatal. Traitors abandoned their lives and oh, the way to the sun. Here, man, to God, and I am no more than shadow cast the sun upon the earth, and everything like me. My allegiance, my son, but larger is came, there's more on the pen of the sacred flame. Guardian of the sacred flame is a tyrant, let them speak. The sun has never died, one day the tree god will return, fire will sweep across the corrupted age, and the earth itself will be made pure again. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Just like, are they happy? Dark green. Well, big green.
Perhaps these treasures might be of utility to you on your journey. Please, I insist.
Door? Can't be opened. Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay, I know. Actually, I think I was. Honestly, being here just reminds me. I think I was. Being here. If you were succeeded, which I mean the same thing, it's just normal sword and no one seems to know what's here. Old Merp's House. Huh. Well, every now and then you get yourself in a precarious situation.
Perhaps these treasures might be of utility to you on your journey. Please, I insist.
Motherfucker.
It all falls into place. Let's see what you're made of.
Observe. Close your eyes.
It all adds up. We got lucky. It could have been a trap.
What wondrous trap it would have been. There's just a random guy. Hello. You okay? Honored traveler, a sword, if you please. I shall spare you the unnecessary surprises. No matter which I require assistance some days ago, and you have sent me a treasure of extraordinary rarity. Yet even now it has failed to reach my hands. I have reason to believe that the guardian of this region has intercepted it. Should you find this treasure, I would ask you to recover it on my behalf, or to assure you wish you proper repentance. Take a look at this. Is a treasure map? Ah, you have my sincerest gratitude. Truly, I cannot thank you enough. No, there's no reason to delay. Allow me to open it once. This is... Oh, is it that thing about to explode? Nay, the Guardian would never seek to harm me. That could be the Guardian seized it and transformed it into a bomb. I regret to say I'm not dismantling such a space. I have no turn it through it clear. No, it's not... It was completely not less than number 4. 4 is... 1 shall count to 3, not more, not less. 3 shall be the number counted. 4 is forbidden. 2 may not be lingered upon. 5 is entirely out of the question. And once the number 3 is reached... Stop explaining it the road already. It's about to go off.
Be silent.
No more lies.
The night comes.
Surge.
Observe. Close your eyes.
Oh, is that we freaked out over fireworks? This is such brilliance. Even in my years of serving beneath Their Excellency, the almighty Narukami Yoshobo. Huh. I'm guessing A's sister. Twin. Goddamn. Never witnessed such a radiant blossom of flame. See, so this is a sight serious to behold. This more than I could have hoped for. I'm deeply honored. Night in the dark, raven jade, blossom blossoms, water must return to best distance. Well, I wasn't really getting the whole elegance part, but at least it wasn't dangerous. As somebody who exists in a state of understands fireworks, I completely disagree. At least it wasn't dangerous. It was fireworks. Jesus Christ. I'm like, fireworks are arguably worse than regular explosives. At least people will take regular explosives seriously. So many paintings here. Gone? Careful.
Be silent. Close your eyes.
A moonlit night for all.
Observe. Be silent. To dust. Perhaps these treasures might be of utility to you on your journey. Please, I insist.
Curiouser and curiouser. Maybe we could use that keeper over there to fix it. Interesting. I know the already. Keeper's not official.
Goodness, how the world has changed. Might I ask, when did the custom of placing treasure chests in every nook and cranny come into fashion?
Oh. How delightful. A speck between heaven and earth.
being stolen. It was not the way I desired to go. I always forget to use any of this. I'm in sprinting. Might not. There needs to be a region. Like stamina increase. Like stamina region increase. Okay. How do I get up there? Wait, no. Mondstadt, Liyue, Desert Sumeru, Fontaine. Oh, wow.
They call this a pleasant surprise, right?
Deathly silence. Technically speaking, what he painted was not the starry sky. Right. You have the right. Oh, therefore you have the right. Whether one is qualified to cross the threshold depends on whether they can think of a way around it. Respect between heaven and earth. Everything seems so small when viewed from above. But when viewed from below, one may also appear to be as minuscule as a single drop is new. No upset one's lost belongings. Right. I had to all of my settings reset. And it wasn't until right now when I was just like, okay, quick photo mode. So there's at least one with that, but oh, god damn it. Fail. Yeah, I'm not sure who we. Oh, I just need one more. I mean, level 8 rewards are just that. Wish is nice, but it's not like I get another wish. So I'm fine with continuing on. Sometimes it's all we can do. Your 3 hours may mean. Very well. Sit down, calm down for a moment and hear me out. I have no wish to be disrespectful or to speak out of blind hope. Your sister may still be alive. I saw her gravestone. Her picture was right there. But isn't it possible there's nothing buried within? Paimon wants that to be true, really, but isn't that kind of optimistic? In the last letter she wrote me, my sister said she'd already decided to. That farewell wasn't written as a final goodbye, was it? She said she was going somewhere far away. She mentioned it to me before. She always wanted to travel the world before she got old.
also wasn't speaking figuratively. She really did leave the sanctorium and set off. She talked about that? She was always so bright. She got along with people easily. And she probably never told you that we were all the other had. Let me be honest. Let me be cold for a moment. If her leaving would have caused 3 or 4 people to grieve, that weight might have outweighed her sadness. But now it's only me. She knew I'd understand, that I would forgive her for it. It's not like that. You shouldn't think of it that way. You don't have to feel sorry for me. When we were kids, our parents were still around and life was good. Those memories were enough to carry us forward. But growing up, the world gets hard. I've always been more introverted, and dealing with people at work really wears me out. I thought my sister being so outgoing would have it easier. But even she looked exhausted once she grew up. Huh. You two still have a future. Oh, then she probably never mentioned her fiancé. He was just a good person, an ordinary one, kind, interesting. Sometimes I wish he hadn't been. If he had been a bad man, things might have been easier. His family had a hereditary illness, some strange disease. They never lived long. He'd joke about it sometimes, blame the Animo Archon for planning Mondstadt too well, so even a family like his never faded out. One day, he said he was going to save the world, and then he left. Save the world. Well, the world's still turning, so maybe someone out there, in a place no one noticed. He really did. You know how you always say, if someone who lives forever can't love everyone and be loved back, the world would drown in sorrow? I think you're right, which means a short life isn't even allowed that much. He wanted to give his life to love, and it only hurt my sister more. So much that she was sent to a sanctorum in the mountains, this very place beneath our feet, a place steeped in curses. She never told me any of this. I'm sorry. And knowing all that, you still think she's alive? I do, because she did something here. And because of my fear, she was forced to live on. You have my respect, Astora. You really do. But I think you've seen too much suffering across history. Pain fast enough to drown the world. For someone as ordinary me, even a small part of that is enough to bury an entire life. You can't truly understand my sister and I. So how do I set foot on the mortal earth once more? I'm just a short-lived little someone. Eternity isn't meant for me. Mr. Astora, this place used to be completely cut off from the world above. There was no way in and no way out. But after Nihilta fell, Dex seemed to have gained the ability to carry people of the living world between the Pillar Hall and the surface. Even so, it cannot return those who are chosen to come here. It is a watcher in jubilant form, and that limitation is part of its nature. Huh? So you're saying Dex does the same kind of thing as Nihilda? If we want to go back down, there's only one way. We have to give up every memory we have, everything we know, and climb to the very top. In the past, that meant meeting the mistress. Now, it would be Melinta. So I can't go with you, but at least let me see you off. Curiouser and curiouser. Hell. Jesus. Okay. Lion celebrity. We've been here for 3
Would you like to go
hours.
moon gazing? You can sit in my rocking chair and admire the view. Or we could go to the moon. and gaze down at Tefat. Whatever you prefer.
Well, I'd prefer to end this here. Because truly I can't think of a better place. A sister who might be alive, who might be dead, who knows? I suppose we'll have to find out next time. The only path forward is to give up everything. Let's see if we can somehow manage to avoid that. Anywho, until next time, my darlings. And remember, don't borrow sorrow from tomorrow. Bye.